This video was created by VinylicPuma of VinylicPumaGaming.
What's up, guys? So I'm back with a remake of a video I did last year on the top 5 glitches for Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel for the year of 2015. Now, unlike that video where a lot of the glitches I discussed got patched the day the video came out, I can confirm that all of the glitches in this video work as of September 3rd, 2016. So unless there is some big patch that comes out after this date, everything I'm going to discuss here will work. I'm also focusing on glitches that can be performed on all platforms, regardless of whether you use a controller or mouse and keyboard. You will also not need to be in co-op matches, as all of these can be performed in single-player mode. And as for the glitches on hand, we've got a wide variety of stuff, and there's everything from skill glitches, weapon glitches, and even a couple out-of-bounds glitches that are fun to play with. I also want to present a bit of a challenge to you guys. If you knew every single glitch in this video, feel free to leave a dislike, and if you learned something from this video, feel free to leave a like. So without further ado, these will be the top 10 best glitches for Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel for 2016. Number 10, Serenity's Waste and the MERIFF'S Office out-of-bounds glitches. So this is going to be a 2-for-1 glitch discussion, as both of these are pretty similar. Now, these are just cool, quirky things that you can explore in both of these areas in Borderlands the pre-sequel. Now, to perform this glitch, you will need access to the Stingray vehicle, which requires you to be in the process of completing or to have actually completed the Intelligences of the Artificial Persuasion main quest. Now, what you do is you go to Serenity Waste, you spawn a Stingray, and then drive it towards the part of the complex where you first talked to Janie Springs. Now, you will need to drive sideways in here, but once you get in, you'll need to get the vehicle to start to glitch out and try to rebalance itself. But once you do that, if you exit the vehicle and if you do it right, you'll warp above the ceiling. And now this area isn't spectacular or anything, but this area is textured, and it looks like this was going to be an area you could travel to. In fact, the little camera eye thing kind of looks like HAL 9000. There's also an out-of-bounds area in the MERIFF'S office, which you will need access to the MERIFF'S office in order to do. But just before you get to the MERIFF'S office where he's sitting, there is an area you can enter with the ceiling that doesn't have clipping enabled. And you can simply jump in this area and exit into an out-of-bounds area that has a locked safe that you can't open. While this isn't a mind-blowing glitch, it is pretty neat. Number 9, the Friendship Gulag out-of-bounds glitch. So this is an out-of-bounds glitch you can perform in the Friendship Gulag that allows you to walk around the dust without restrictions. To perform this glitch, you're going to need Salvador and 2 relatively low-level Bottom-Moon rocket launchers. And if you're on PC, you're also going to want to turn your NVIDIA PhysX off. What you do is you enter the Gulag like you normally would, and once you get to the main open area, head left along the wall. Now, you'll eventually come across some barricades and a moonshot capsule, and if you look directly at the wall, you'll see a sign with a big red X that says escape. If you get there, you're in the right place. Now, what you'll need to do is to perform a successful rocket jump over this wall, and provided you do it right, you can actually get over the wall onto the other side, and you're going to have this massive area to explore. Now, doing this glitch is pretty fun, as it allows you to explore much of the dust, and even some of the out-of-bounds areas within the dust as well. You can even get to parts of what look like a pre-alpha version of the Highlands, and overall, I think this is the most interesting out of the out-of-bounds glitches for Borderlands 2. Number 8, the Research and Development out-of-bounds into space glitch. So this glitch is surprisingly simple. All you need to do is have access to the Hyperion moon base and the research and development area. You will also need to have access to a quest called the Infinite Loop, which is where you talk to the 2 different claptraps and then help one or the other to get a unique item. Once you enter the room with the claptraps, turn left and go towards the wall, and once you hit the wall, turn left and crouch and enter through what appears to be a small hole in the wall. Now, once you go through the hole in the wall, you can actually get behind the window where the mechanical arm is. There's an invisible barrier here that prevents the player from just walking straight towards it, so you'll need to jump up and traverse it. Alternatively, you'll notice that there is an open gap between some of the walls and what appears to be outer space. And if you go out into this area, you'll fall for a certain period of time until you come in contact with an invisible floor. Now, this one is pretty cool and surreal to experience. Falling through space is sort of terrifying in a way, even though intellectually you know it's not real. Number 7, GAIGE'S Buck Up Glitch. So I think this glitch is pretty cool, but somewhat redundant thanks to GAIGE'S blood-soaked shield skill. Now, in order to perform it, you will need to remove your skills at a customization station and then put only just enough skill points so that you can get Death Trap's Buck Up ability. Now, the place where I've had the best results with this is Sanctuary near the fast travel hub there. Once you get to the fast travel hub in Sanctuary, you will need to drop your shield and then summon Death Trap. Now you'll notice that Death Trap will try to restore your shield despite the fact that you won't have one. In order to get this glitch to work, you'll need to quickly fast travel to another location during the shield restoration animation. And once you arrive at your destination, fast travel back and pick up your shield. Now, you can either continue on playing with the glitch active, or you can repeat this particular glitch several times to get the effects to stack. I found that doing this twice is usually enough. As far as I can tell, this lasts for a really long time, and in the worst case scenario, if you do lose it, you can easily always come back and try again. Number 6, the weapon loop glitch for Borderlands the pre-sequel. This is a relatively easy glitch to perform, however it does require a very specific weapon, and that specific weapon has to be capable of the loop glitch effect. This glitch only works with a glitch version of the Jacob's MUCKAMUCK sniper that can have the loop glitch effect. And I don't really know why this is, but it just works for whatever reason. Now, what you need to do is get the loop glitch to activate on your glitch rarity Jacob's MUCKAMUCK. So the gun will need to turn yellow. Now, this can take 2 tries, or it can take up to like 4 or 5 minutes. However, once you've done that, you simply swap to another weapon and suddenly you get all of your guns that start to burst fire. Now, to be honest, I'm surprised that this glitch has also made it past the patch for Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel last year, but it still works. Now, keep in mind, if you do swap back to the MUCKAMUCK, this effect is lost. Otherwise, as long as you remember not to switch back, you should be good, and you can use this with a wide variety of weapons. Number 5, the passive weapon effects glitch. So there are going to be many players out there that don't think this is a particular glitch. What I will say is that I think passive weapon effects are in a bit of a gray area. For those of you that don't know, some weapons in Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel have passive weapon effects while equipped in hand. For example, most Moxie weapons heal the player based on damage dealt. However, there are some weapons like the Grog Nozzle and Hail Assault Rifle which heal for almost all damage dealt. This includes grenade throws and projectiles from other weapons that you've previously fired. There are also other weapons like the Lady Fist, which give the ability to boost critical hit damage, and then you have Torgue rocket launchers, which can boost the damage of either the Flacker or the Pimper sniper rifle as well. What you'll find is that when you use Salvador the Gunzerker, you can gain access to many of these abilities and transfer them from one weapon to the other. While I suppose we can debate on which ones are glitches or not, or what the developers over at Gearbox intended, all of these work thanks to passive weapon effects that are available in both games. As a quick aside, I think one of the reasons Nisha was designed the way she was, and so she could only dual-wield 2 pistols at once, was mostly because Salvador had such a massive advantage over the other characters in Borderlands 2 by being able to dual-wield 2 different weapons at once. But I digress. Number 4, weapon manufacturer glitches. So this gets into the realm of modded or synthetic weapons and gear in Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, but you can create weapons that weren't meant to drop in-game by simply changing weapon manufacturer values in a save editor. The Pepper Box, which appears as a legitimate weapon as a part of Borderlands the pre-sequel's Claptastic Voyage DLC, can be created in Borderlands 2 by taking a non-unique pistol with the Vladoff barrel and changing the manufacturer to Jacob's. This also works with other non-unique weapons like the Jacob's Gatling gun and the Dahl double tap rifle. So let's say you had a Vladoff assault rifle with the Vladoff barrel. If you change that manufacturer to Dahl, you get a dull double tap rifle. You can also make burst fire Jacob's weapons by taking a dull barrel pistol, assault rifle, or sniper, which gives those weapons burst fire, and in the pre-sequel specifically, you can modify Maliwan lasers with the Hyperion laser barrel to dull to get a massive boost to fire rate while aiming down sights. So, as you can see, there are a lot of these that you can experiment with, and I guess these work because of the way Gearbox originally coded Borderlands 2 in the pre-sequel. Either way, you'll find these guns aren't that game-breaking, but they are fun to mess around with. Number 3, KRIEG'S Invincibility Glitch. So in order to get this to work, you'll obviously need to be playing Krieg, and then you'll need to have the Release the Beast skill. You'll also need to be near a catch-a-ride station, and I'd also recommend that in preparation that you have the Widowmaker shotgun to reduce your player character's health, and spawn a vehicle before you activate Release the Beast. Now, what you're going to do is lower your health to under 33 capacity, then activate Release the Beast, and as soon as you do, quickly navigate the catch-a-ride menus and warp into a vehicle. If you've done it correctly, you shouldn't take any damage from enemy. As far as I know, this effect continues to work as long as you aren't run over by enemy vehicles, and as long as you don't leave the area. Now, keep in mind, too, that this will only work in areas where you can spawn vehicles, so if you're trying to do this near Terramorphous, you're out of luck. Number 2, the Little EVIE glitch. So this apparently works on every character, however I think due to the way the Little EVIE normally works, and thanks to Maya's fast recharge rate on her action skill, I'm going to say that this glitch works best on Maya, though you may also have a lot of luck with Krieg, Salvador, and Zero. What you do is simply empty the clip of your Little EVIE, and like the old Evil Smasher glitch, you need to quickly swap back and forth from one weapon to another. Be sure not to let the reload animation complete until you've done this more than 20 times or so. Then you just simply play through the game as normal and use your action skill. And you'll notice that your recharge rate on your action skills is boosted significantly. And as you can see from the gameplay, I really think that this works best on Maya as she has the lowest recharge rate of any character in Borderlands 2. For those of you that don't know, the Little EVIE's effect boosts recharge rate for action skills by 12% after killing an enemy, but it's only for a short period of time, so I think this is partially why if you try this on characters like GAIGE'S or Axton, you're not going to notice the improvements quite as much. And finally, number 1, the Morningstar glitch. So this is another glitch that functions in a similar way to the Little EVIE glitch, and it involves emptying the clip of your Morningstar. While you enter the reload animation, you'll need to switch back and forth to the weapon that you intend to infect. It's best explained by watching the video clip that I'm showing here, so I do recommend that you watch closely as I demonstrate. Once you notice that the talking is overlapping a bunch, you should swap to the gun that you've infected, and the glitch should be active. Now, this glitch is virtually identical to the Evil Smasher glitch that was patched before Ultimate Vault Hunter mode came out for Borderlands 2. So if you remember how to do that, it's essentially the same thing. And really, in my opinion, it's amazing that this hasn't been patched out of the game yet. My guess is that Gearbox didn't want to entirely break another gun, as the patch to the Evil Smasher ended up breaking that gun entirely. The Morningstar glitch is really one of the last great glitches that still works for Borderlands 2. Many of the other glitches, like weapon merging, the Evil Smasher glitch, etc., these don't really work anymore. Maybe in a few months' time, Gearbox will finally patch this glitch out, 4 years after the game's initial release. But I guess we can have our fun until then, right? Alright guys, that's going to pretty much wrap up this particular video. Again, if you knew all of the glitches in this video, you can dislike the video. If you didn't know all of the glitches in this video, leave a like on this video. Or if you want, you could just leave a like on this video anyway. It would be greatly appreciated, but no pressure or anything. But again guys, take care, and I'll see y'all next time.